The Joe Rogan Experience.
So are you officially retiring?
I'm not officially retiring. I am sort of, I guess, indefinitely on the sidelines right now. I am actively seeing more doctors and working towards learning more about this. Obviously, I want to keep fighting.
This gentleman in L.A., Dr. Wong, is that his name? So he had done these operations on, you said MMA fighters?
I don't know if he operated on, he mentioned boxers and NFL players. I don't know if he operated on them. He had seen it in them and helped them continue their careers, and he keeps like a close eye. So, I need to get scans done at least once a year or every 6 months.
That patch, the large patch in the back of your head, was that particularly troubling to him more than the other ones?
No. He said that it was in the best location possible.
To get to.
Yes, and because it's not deep in, it's not in an area where it could affect my cognitive functions, my memory, things like that.
What goes on back there?
Back there, I'm not 100% sure. He made it sound like nothing too important happens there. It's more like,
that seems weird.
I know, like the back area, as far as what I've learned thus far, is more like everyday type of stuff. It's not your memory. It's not in a position where you could violently lose your temper or kind of like have like a lapse in time, where you kind of become someone else and then you come back, that all that kind of stuff happens more deep inside the brain. Okay. Where it's at on the outside in the back is just sort of like the regular stuff,
Obviously, neither of us are neurosurgeons, is the way we're describing this. The regular stuff. The area of the regular stuff.
Yeah.
So are you thinking about going in there and getting it removed?
No. It is recommended against.
Why is that?
Because why do brain surgery if I don't have any symptoms? That's what he says. Mm-hmm. And because I was up for it. I said, hey, should we just do this? And he was like, look, it'll probably be 6 months to a year before I would say it's okay to go back into sparring and things like that. You're going to be able to walk out and be fine and do your day-to-day stuff, but I don't want you getting hit in the head for a while.
Of course.
And why, it's a low-risk surgery, but why take that risk if you're not having symptoms? The treatment or the care is always just to keep an eye on it, see how it develops, and if you start having some problems, then we're going to go in there and remove it.
But if you say that you're indefinitely on the sidelines, it seems to me that unless you get it removed, you're permanently on the sidelines.
Well, this is where I'm at now. This is such a rare and unique thing. No one really knows too much. I'm getting some people that are saying, no way. Mm-hmm. And then I'm getting these other, specialists and people that have really dealt with it that are like, yeah, it's okay. I am, like I said, it's indefinite.
How old are you right now?
I'm 36.
So you're in this, realistically, athletically, this is sort of the last chapter of your career.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And this is how I wanted to end it, as the champ, trying to cement myself as one of the great champs of this era and, defend that belt as long as possible and, say goodbye. But I still have hope. I still have hope that if I can continue seeing more doctors and getting more knowledge, Andy Foster from the Athletic Commission has recommended another doctor to see. I'm not officially declined for the California State Athletic Commission at this point.
Did Andy Foster talk to this Dr. Wong who specifically said he didn't think it was going to be a problem?
No, not yet. Not yet. But he recommended another doctor at UCLA that actually used to work on the Athletic Commission that could be a big help. And I'm right in the middle of this. So I'm just going to keep seeing more doctors and try to learn more about this. And, if it's really unsafe and I'm not going to get approved ever, I finally got to a place where I can accept that, and I'm going to move forward on with my life, teaching and doing what I do, at home and with all of my students worldwide. But if I'm still getting people like Dr. Wong and the doctor I saw in Brazil and I can find more doctors who have experience with this, if they keep saying that they think it's okay, then and I can, have hope of getting approved, I'm going to keep fighting for that.
Where can you get approved? What states could approve you right now?
Well, that's tricky to know because, as far as in the U.S., only New York and California require brain scans. And so that's, a big thing of what I want to talk about, or what I wanted to bring awareness to is like, all these other states don't require scans. So if you fight in those states, it's, to me, it's in your best interest to, on your own, if you have the means, if you have insurance or whatever, get a scan done, to see what it looks like.
For sure.
But I'm hoping that through this, we can figure out if cavernoma is safe or not. The more doctors I have looking at this and, talking about it, bringing awareness to it, that we're going to learn and understand more of this disease and if it's possible, or if it's not possible. But I'm trying to keep the hope alive that if it's 6 months, a year, even 2 years, then maybe I can at least get one more, But the thing is, them putting me in a state that doesn't require a scan doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to get approved, because these other commissions have a responsibility to speak up and say, hey, we don't think it's of his best interest, health-wise,
right,
to compete. And, I'm not against the commission. I totally understand and respect that.
Andy Foster's one of the very best in the business. He's so ahead of everybody else.
And they opened up a time for me to come out next month and speak with them face to face, and get to see the people that are making the decisions and learn more and understand more of their position and how they feel about it. And I'm just trying to gather up as much information in the meantime.
Would it be possible to do that with Dr. Wong?
I hope so. That's the plan, and hopefully a few more. That's what I'm working on. That's what I'm in the middle of. And until then, I'm just going to keep training and trying to stay positive.
Who do you have a match with, a jiu-jitsu match?
Well, it hasn't been announced yet, but I'm going to be facing it's about to come out. It's less than a month away now. February 21st, I'll be facing Roberto Cyborg in a no-gi grappling match
He's
in
a
Miami.
big fella.
Yes.
What does that dude weigh?
Probably in the neighborhood of 240, maybe a little more.
Yeah.
We've had a few matches in the past, and he's a great guy. He's a legend as well, one of the best ever from my time, and it'll be fun. And that's what I want to do in the meantime, is keep myself sharp, keep competing, keep training, and hopefully get another opportunity. But if not, at least learn more about this and hopefully, inspire others to get checked out. Even if you're not in a combat sport, or doing anything risky, just like the same thing you would do, like to go get a checkup, hey, at some point in your life, it wouldn't hurt to get a scan done.
Yeah.
It just really opened my eyes to how we don't know what's going on up there, and something could happen, and you don't have an answer to it. But if you knew what was in your brain, maybe you would have that answer.
Yeah, it seems like such a tricky situation to be in, because if you do decide to do something about it, you really kind of almost have to do it now, right? Because at 36, with a full year off of no sparring at all, or he said 6 months to a year, so he would have to see you a couple times, maybe do another scan and see where you're at. Let's say 6 months. Well, 6 months is like an ACL surgery. Not that bad, right? But a year is like, ooh, now we're into 37 and a half, and then you got to get in real tip-top shape again. If you really wanted to fight again, it's funny. I understand the doctor's position. Why do the surgery if you don't experience symptoms? But most people aren't fighters.
Yeah. The thing is, though, it doesn't take away the fact that I have cavernoma.
Right.
Like, there's multiple locations. And so just removing that one doesn't change the condition.
So it's possible the commissions wouldn't change their evaluation just based on the scan with the other areas.
Exactly.